My girlfriend posted on social media, for all our friends, I cheated because you're dull as dishwater in bed. Can you believe it? My whole world exploded with one social media post. Get ready, because this is wild. You know, life has a funny way of blindsiding you. One minute you're planning a future, picking out a ring, and the next, your entire world is set ablaze by a public declaration of infidelity. I'm Will, by the way, and I certainly never imagined waking up to a phone full of angry notifications and missed calls. But there it was, bright as day, a public post from my girlfriend, Bella. She announced for all our friends to see that she'd been cheating on me for 2 months with some guy named Chad. Her exact words? That I was dull as dishwater in bed, like watching paint dry. Chad, apparently, knew what he was doing. All of it ending with a taunt. Deal with reality, Will. It felt like a punch to the gut. 3 years we'd been together, one of them living under the same roof. I had a ring hidden away, ready to pop the question next month. And now this. Hundreds of reactions, dozens of comments, our mutual friends, her co-workers, even my family. My mind went blank. Some comments were sympathetic to me, others shocked, but a disturbing number of her friends cheered her on. Her best friend, Tara, wrote, "Yes, Queen, finally telling the truth." Another pal added, "Go for it, girl. Life's too short for boring romance." I didn't respond immediately. Instead, a cold calm settled over me. I took screenshots of everything, the original post, every single comment, especially the ones from her cheering squad. Then I dug into our chat history, grabbing messages from just last week where she swore her love, called me pet names, and made plans for our anniversary. With all the evidence secured, I simply commented on her public post. Okay, understood. That was it. 2 words. But I wasn't done. See, Bella came from a very devout, old-fashioned family. Her dad was a church leader, her mom ran the nursery, and they thought she was pure as the driven snow. To them, I was just a roommate, and we had separate bedrooms. A lie she spun to keep them happy. They even owned the apartment we shared, though she told me they just helped with rent. I later found out they paid for everything. I compiled a digital folder. The cheating post, her friends' vile comments, and then I added more. Photos from her social media stories showing her at clubs, while she told her parents she was at Bible study. Pictures of us clearly as a couple, which she'd hidden from them. I sent it all to her dad, her mom, and her incredibly devout older brother Mark, who was studying to become a pastor. Then, quietly, I started packing my things. The next morning, as I loaded my last box into my car, the storm broke. Bella, meanwhile, was out celebrating her freedom and honesty with Tara and friends, still posting about it on her social media. Her dad called, then her mom. No answer from Bella. Then Mark showed up at the apartment. My former neighbor, bless her heart, texted me a play-by-play. Mark was furious, a biblical wrath kind of angry. He banged on the door for 20 minutes straight. When Bella finally arrived home, the screaming match was legendary. Neighbors heard it, and the police were even called. But here's the kicker. Her dad, the church leader, wasn't just mad about the cheating and lying. Turns out, Bella didn't pay a dime in rent. Ever. Her parents had bought the apartment as an investment, a safety net for their baby girl. She'd been lying to me about paying her share. How could someone be so dishonest to so many people for so long? What kind of reality did she think she was dealing with? By early evening, I got a text from Mark. "You have nothing to worry about," it read. "She has 72 hours to vacate. My parents asked me to apologize to you for my sister's behavior. You're a good man." Around that time, Bella started calling me. 47 missed calls. I let them all go to voicemail. Her messages piled up. "Will, what the heck did you do? This isn't funny anymore. Answer your phone. My parents cut me off. Where am I supposed to go? Chad won't even answer my calls. You ruined my life over a joke." A joke? She humiliated me publicly, in front of everyone we knew, and called it a joke. My world had just crumbled, and to her, it was a punchline. I simply posted a short status. Moving forward. Thanks to everyone who reached out, I'm good. The comments on her original post, the ones cheering her on, suddenly went silent. Had they finally realized the gravity of the situation, or just the danger of association? You might want to brace yourself, because it got even wilder for Bella. She ended up crashing with Tara. Turns out, Chad, the sex god she threw our entire 3-year relationship away for, was married, and had been the entire time. The same day I sent screenshots to Bella's parents, I also sent them to Chad's wife. He blocked Bella everywhere and went into full damage control. But Bella, true to form, wasn't going to go down without a fight. She launched a whole social media campaign against me. According to her, I was financially abusive because I made her pay for her own fancy coffee. I was controlling because I asked her to text me when she got home safely. She even claimed I manipulated her into cheating, still trying to wrap my head around that logic. And of course, I supposedly turned her family against her with lies. Apparently, screenshots are lies now. Her friends ate it up. Tara even started a social media group called Support Bella, Survivors of Emotional Abuse. It had 23 members, mostly Bella's core friend group, all sharing stories about their toxic exes. Then Bella made a huge, crucial mistake. She posted in the group that she was going to sue me for defamation and emotional damages. She claimed her uncle was a lawyer and was taking the case for free. She was demanding $50,000 for pain and suffering and wanted me to pay for her therapy. Here's the thing about Bella. She forgets that my best friend, Daniel, is a paralegal. And her uncle, he's a real estate attorney who specifically told her he doesn't handle personal disputes. Daniel looked him up. Daniel nearly choked on his drink, laughing when I showed him the posts. But then Bella escalated things even further. She showed up at my workplace. Let me rewind a bit for those wondering about the timeline. This all started on a Sunday with her infamous social media post. By Wednesday, she was kicked out of the apartment. By Friday, she was at Tara's. The following Monday, a week after the initial bombshell, is when she showed up at my office. I work in IT for a medium-sized company. It's a pretty chill place, but we have strict security protocols because we handle sensitive data. I was at my desk when reception called. "Will, there's a Bella here. She says she urgently needs to speak with you about returning your apartment key." We never lived in my apartment. We lived in her parents' apartment. This was clearly a lie to get past security. I told reception I wasn't available, and to please ask her to leave. That's when she completely lost it. According to the security footage, which my boss later showed me, she went from 0 to screaming psycho in about 3 seconds. She ranted about how I'd ruined her life, how I owed her money, how she was going to expose me to my company. "He's an abuser," she screamed. "He isolated me from my family. He made me feel so unloved, I had to find comfort elsewhere." Security calmly escorted her out, but she tried to resist. It didn't go well. They ended up calling the police. My boss called me into his office. I braced myself, sure I was about to be fired. Instead, he showed me an email he'd received that morning from an anonymous account. The subject line read, "The truth about Will." It was pages of incoherent nonsense, detailing how I was an abuser, a manipulator, and dangerous to women in the workplace. But here's the clincher. The email was sent from an IP address traced back to Tara's apartment complex, and it was sent 2 hours before Bella showed up at my office. They planned this. They tried to get me fired. My boss, thankfully, is a genuinely good guy. He'd already seen the original social media post. A coworker had shown him when it went viral in our office chat. He told me to file a restraining order immediately and gave me the rest of the week off, fully paid. That night, something beautiful happened. Remember Mark, Bella's devout older brother? He made his own social media post. "I've stayed quiet out of respect for my family, but I can't anymore. My sister Bella is not the victim here. She cheated, lied, and humiliated a good man who loved her. Now she's lying about him being abusive. I've known Will for 3 years. He treated her like a queen. She threw it all away for attention, and is now facing the consequences of her actions. I'm ashamed to call her my sister. Will, if you're reading this, my family owes you an apology. You deserved better." That post was shared hundreds of times, with nearly 1,000 reactions. The tide was turning. I got the restraining order. It was surprisingly easy to obtain, especially with the security footage from my office, the defamatory emails, and those 47 voicemails she left, some of them quite threatening. But Bella wasn't done. Oh no, she was just getting started. Tara posted in their support group that they were organizing a protest outside my apartment building to expose the truth. They even made signs, actual signs, proclaiming Will is an abuser, believe women, and justice for Bella. 8 people showed up. 8 out of their 23-person support group. My neighbor, Mrs. Kim, a lovely 70-year-old lady who makes the best kimchi, was not having any of it. She called the police immediately. Then she did something even better. She went live on social media. These crazy girls harassing my neighbor. He's such a nice boy, always helps with my groceries. That girl cheated on him and put it on Facebook. Now she's here with signs. No shame? Mrs. Kim has 14 grandchildren who promptly shared her video. It went viral in our city's local groups. When the police arrived, Bella, already having a restraining order against her, was arrested again. But wait, there's more. While Bella was being taken away, I was meeting with Daniel and an actual lawyer. Turns out, making false accusations of abuse, sending defamatory emails to someone's employer, and organizing harassment campaigns are all legally actionable offenses. We sent a cease and desist letter to both Bella and Tara. We also sent copies to the other members of their little social media group. Within 24 hours, the group was deleted. Then I got an unexpected call. Bella's dad. Will, I don't know what to say. We saw the security footage. We saw the arrest record. I'm disgusted. You were like a son to us, and I failed as a father. I'm sorry. He told me they had cut her off completely. They changed the locks on other rental properties they owned, removed her from their will, and even canceled her car insurance. The car was in their name, too. Bella's mom sent me a long text apologizing and saying they were in family counseling to figure out where they went wrong. Meanwhile, I received a message from Chad's wife. She thanked me for the screenshots and informed me she was filing for divorce. She said Chad tried to blame Bella for seducing him, but she wasn't buying it. Apparently, this wasn't his first affair. It's been 3 weeks since all this began. 3 weeks since I woke up to that shocking social media post. Here's where everyone ended up. After getting arrested twice, Bella finally got the message. She's living with some distant cousin in another state. Last I heard through Mark, she's working at a call center and sleeping on an air mattress. She's been completely cut off by her family. No inheritance, no support, nothing. Her social media is private now, but Tara still posts about their healing journey and how they're survivors. Chad never spoke to her again. The man she threw away a 3-year relationship for blocked her number and went back to his wife, who divorced him anyway. As for me, I found a better apartment closer to work. My boss gave me a raise for handling a difficult situation with maturity. I'm in therapy, not because of trauma, but because I want to make sure I don't miss red flags in the future. The engagement ring? I returned it and used the money for a solo trip to Japan, a place I've always dreamed of visiting. I leave next month. The legal stuff is mostly done. My lawyer sent the final demand letter. If Bella or any of her friends contact me, my employer, or make any more public statements about me, we will proceed with the defamation suit. So far, silence. Most of our mutual friends sided with me after seeing the evidence. The ones who didn't? Good riddance. My real friends threw me a freedom party last weekend. Mrs. Kim made kimchi fried rice. Daniel brought his new girlfriend. It was truly nice. Bella's parents sent me a check for $3,000 with a note saying it was for the trouble and asking me not to sue their daughter. I returned it, telling them it wasn't their fault. Some of you might wonder if I regret going nuclear, if I should have just quietly left and moved on. Maybe. But here's the thing. She didn't just cheat. She humiliated me publicly. She tried to destroy my reputation for fun. She got her friends to pile on. Then, when faced with consequences, she tried to destroy my career and have me arrested. So no, I don't regret a darn thing. To everyone going through something similar, document everything. Protect yourself legally. Don't engage directly. Let them hang themselves with their own rope. And Bella, if you're reading this from your cousin's air mattress, was Chad really worth it? If this story resonated with you, give it a like and tell me in the comments, what's the craziest way you've seen someone self-destruct? And don't forget to check out our playlist of dramatic relationship stories.